give it another go. We're going to try Hamill's colour. Now this fly was invented in 1954 from Bill Hamill of Rotorua. I presume he was the one that originally owned Hamill's sports shop. Now I think his name would have been William, because in records it's got W in brackets. It's got Bill. Now the original material was exactly what I'm using. Today most of them you'll see it's done, the feathers will be used dyed green mallard. I'm using dyed green partridge. Some of the ones really early were used with our native Kia feathers, the green feathers. The South Island, I think that had a different name, but they work really well, but it's a protected bird. So I'm just going to use they were mostly grey little partridge feathers. They're not the easiest to tie in if they're not on a cape. I have got a few here together. It's trying to get these, if you're looking at this here, you can see these are curved this way and these are curved that way. So I try to lay them as a curve because I'll match up 2 from this side and 2 from that side when we go to use them. So the other thing that I'm going to be using, I'm just using a size 4 hook. You can go right down to a little wee 8, but you might only want 1 set of feathers on it instead of 2 sets of feathers on it. Okay, so I'm just using a 7957BX. It's an old mustard hook. I'm going to be using wool, which I split down. I just unfray it and I split it. The easiest way to do that is just doing this and pulling it down. Just coming down and pulling it down like that. You can use chenille, but with the colour patterns, unless you've got a really fine chenille, it pushes the little feathers out too much. And then the original one did have a golden pheasant tippet, so you can just pull one of those out and then we take a piece out there. And that's really about all there is to it. It's just, it takes a little bit of time trying to get your feathers. Don't get frustrated if you can't put them in clumps. Just put them in one at a time. Just take your time. So we'll give it a go and hope we don't get interrupted. So there we have put the mustard hook in. We're going to get our thread. Oh, there's one other material I haven't mentioned. That's a squirrel's tail. Sorry. The tail will be black squirrel. So I'm going to start working my way up, working my way down, and a half hitch. All right. And then I just use nail varnish from the $2 shop for my glue, just a wee bit on there. Usually run with 2 bottles, one slightly thicker, one slightly thinner as one gets older. The thin one I use when I need it thin, and the thick one I use it for all the underwork. So now we get the squirrel's tail, what's left of it, and we pick it up, holding it here, and we pull it like that. So then they're reasonably even, all right? So we're just going to cut that. Always pull the excess out. Now the secret I like to use, and I use it on a lot of tail material, about the length of the shank of the hook. Now with your thumb and forefinger, use these fingers a lot. I'm going to swap it over. I'm going to come up in the front, down, up and down. So that's around that twice. And see, I can control exactly where I'm taking that down. Hold it. 2, 3. So that's looking okay. So then get your straight scissors and cut that on an angle. A little bit of glue. Makes for a nicer body and a fly that's not going to turn around the hook. Material won't turn around the hook. And see, I don't need to put a hackle around that to hold it together. It's all already popped up. And that's quite a small tail. We can have a small tail if we want to add. We could add a bit more if we want to. So I do them with more, I do them with less. So just depending on, I might just add a little bit more to that. It's a little bit on the thin side. We don't want much. Yeah, it's just a little bit more. But then the smaller the fly, the less material you need to use. The tail will be smaller, not as thick. So you just do it all in proportion. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Make sure. Now, with your golden pheasant tippets, I want them straight. So I'm just going to pick, say, that many up. Can you see them? And I'm not going to pull it off. I'm just going to cut it. And I want them at least the length of the gap of the hook down the tail. So I sit them on top, do 2 loose turns, and then with my thumb, I split them in half on either side and tie them in. So I'm going to do a half hitch, 1 turn, a little bit of glue. There's one there that's a bit long. Now the bit of wool that we separated before, this can be chenille, but it's easier tying on the top. Away from me, I just leave this spin through my hand. I don't put pliers on it. It's wanting it reasonably flat, and you just are just touching or just overlapping the last wind. It will get thin where you're handling it. That's far enough. Now I have to allow enough room for the next section and also the head. So halfway I take the head off, and that's about halfway where that is now. So I'm going to do a half hitch where I want my feathers to start, and 1 turn, and now the fun starts. Now out of these feathers, I really want the smaller ones first. So you'd most probably would go for those. I haven't got a pair for that on that size on there, so I'm actually going to try and pull some out from here because they're nicely together. There's 2 from that side. Let's see if we can get 2 from this side. Okay. I'm going to pull the fluff off. I'm going to put the smaller one underneath. Always put the tidier one on top. Hold the tip. I'm going to pull the feathers back and pull them back together. Whoops. Hopefully. You can always wet them a wee bit. Keep our fingers crossed this is going to work. Is that looking okay? Some of these original ones, there could have been 3 and 4 sections on some of these big hooks. That's not looking too bad. As long as it's flat, it's got to be flat. Right, it's just covering part of the hook. I'm going to tie that in. We could put a 3rd one on there, but we'll just do this side and see how we go. But these feathers are pretty small. I'm just wondering if I can put I think I need another one on here. it's trying to keep that line down the, that's looking better. I'll try and get another one for this side. Some feathers will let you pull them into place, others won't, so it's a little bit of manoeuvring. Just making sure that they're flat. Yep, that looks good. Now I'm just going to, because the quill's quite thick, I'm just going to cut it back. You hold your feathers when you cut, otherwise they'll go in all different angles. I'm just going to cut them and hold them while, because I don't want to push them around too much, otherwise it'll change the, so see that's looking flat, and that's what we've got to do, is flat and thin like this. I need to come back a wee bit. Okay, so now we get our bit of wool. So do exactly the same, we'll just wind this forward. Just overlapping. I don't mind if it tapers down here a wee bit. So I'm just going to come up, cut that through my wool. Do a half hitch. Just, you don't want anything unraveling if your feathers let go or anything like that. Alright, now the fun begins again. So I've got two bigger feathers this time. We most probably need three. I'm just wondering. If you get any brown feathers with a bit barring on them, you can always put them underneath. I'm going to see if I can put these all on at once. So marry them a wee bit if possible. Pulling them all one way, pulling them the other way. Looking all right. Too loose. Then I'm going to pull them. That's looking good. So I'm just going to hold them and tighten that. It looks good. All right. So I'm just going to cut them on an angle, holding my feathers. Otherwise, we'll twist the feathers. All right. And now we get another three. Hardest part's getting them all together and matching them. Pull all your fluff off. Yeah, whoops. Being a dark colour is hard. Yeah. Bit of moisture. I'll see if I can marry these together a wee bit. Alright, so put them in here. Just one, two loose ones. Just going to hold my nail on my thread and pull that. It's looking not too bad. This one's gone and done its own thing. And all it is, it's just moving the quill. That's better. Okay, I'm going to cut this on an angle. Oops, I've got feathers going everywhere. I'm going to drop some glue in there. It's going to come back a wee bit, make sure they're caught. Do you need heads, always just unravel your thread. Start it down here, work up, come back down, work up. That's looking pretty good. And then unravel that. You can fill a few bumps in that with doing your whip finish. If you have trouble seeing, just use a different colour thread. I'm finding now with using all the fluoro and lighter threads, you can see much easier. You come back to black and you feel like you can't see. Because you can always paint the head a colour. Don't let it put you off. Use a colour that you can see. And these old flies are fish well, even with a bright red thread underneath it. I bet they're actually more lifelike. There we are. So that is your Hamills. And enjoy.